Welcome to Invest Insights. I'm Abby Melone. I'm joined today by Dr. Ali Houshmand, the president of Rowan University, located in Southern New Jersey. He joins us for our discussion on the COVID-19 pandemic. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to watch more insights like this. Ali, you have expanded Rowan University immensely in South Jersey, and I would assume that COVID-19 has had some impact in your growth. Talk to me about the current partnerships, expansion plans, and how it might have been impacted by COVID-19.
Thank you, Abby, for inviting me. It's an opportunity, great opportunity to speak with you. Obviously, this COVID-19 has impacted the entire globe. No matter what business you are in, what industry you are in, you have been impacted, and we have been impacted significantly in many, many ways. We have been impacted in the fact that our wonderful campus doesn't have life because the students are not here. And that's really very sad for me and for my staff. When we come in here, especially now when kids are ready to get, ready for commencement, they are not here. That is bad. We have received significant amount of cuts from the state because the state's revenue has been impacted significantly. And then we had to refund the students because they are no longer using our dorms or our food services, therefore paying that back. And all of those costs have been really significant up until now for this fiscal year, which ends in June. And then also we have had significant number of projects, close to $250 million worth of buildings that we had to, for now at least, delay to wait and see to see what happens. And then the thing is that once we come out of this thing, suddenly we are facing a whole new world that is going to be much more involved with technology. And how would that impact the future infrastructure is another question. Would I need the same building of 200,000 square feet that I did before? Now that I have to communicate with people in different modes? We don't know. So those are the things that are unknown. But the impact so far financially and otherwise has been pretty significant.
Your partnerships in South Jersey are great. And I was just speaking this morning with John D'Angelo from Inspira Health, who was telling me about his partnership with you using your 3D printers to print PPE materials that are in high demand. Mm-hmm. What are some other partnerships that you have created in the medical space or outside of that that you have been able to help facilitate during COVID-19?
Well, there are lots of partnerships. We are actually talking to a company. Our engineers have designed a blueprint for printing face masks using 3D printer. This is very high end and really using wonderful design. And they have made it available online. And the rest of the world, so many countries have actually used them. So many institutions throughout the country and throughout the world have actually contacted us and gotten permission to use our design. At the same time, our engineers have gathered a large number of 3D printers, and we are not manufacturing significant number of them, well over, I think, 1,000 or so per week. But we are also talking to another company. We are hoping to start, I hope that when I talk to you about the manufacturing before we started the interview, my love and my goal is to start a major PPE manufacturing company in association with Rowan engineers who do all the designs about sustainable bioterrorism. How do you deal with that issue of, defense against all sorts of whether viruses and other aspects of that impacts people's life. That is an area that the research is critical. We have the engineers to do that. At the same time, we believe that we can bring a manufacturing company in here and create additional jobs, but also create a localized supply chain. There are 3 or 4 major hospitals in here. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we, through this company, could provide everything that they want so that they don't have to go and sign a contract with a foreign country and wait for months for things to arrive or get into competition? We want to make sure that, God forbid, if this thing comes back again or another one comes back again, we are ready 100%. And that's why I meant by localizing our supply chain, getting close and having control over what are critical to the lives of people, to the defense of the country. All of these things, in my opinion, has to become now inward and inside the country. So that's really what we are trying to do in terms of partnership with people.
Distance learning is now commonplace, and we have watched universities change the way that classes have been operating. And what are the innovations or ways in which that you're implementing learning tools that you think will continue post-COVID-19?
Well, obviously the technology is something is upon us. Look at your own, your car, for example. If you look at somebody's washing machine, you find there are computers in it that are far more powerful than the computers of 20 years ago. And so in terms of IT and technology, we're going to use these things significantly and more so through also all modes of communication. But at the end of the day, we have to recognize when a kid grows up to be 17 and 18 and finishes the high school, that kid needs to go out and start making decisions to learn to become a responsible adult. Therefore, the notion of kids leaving and going to campuses to learn, I think that has to stay and will stay. The communication though, whether it's going to be a face-to-face, whether it's going to be a sage on the stage who tells them what it is, or whether they can have different modes of watching clips of 5 minutes online, or watching a TED Talk, or a YouTube, or listening to a podcast. These are the modes of deliveries that are going to be very, very critical. But ultimately, the interaction between the professors and the students face-to-face in a setting like a university is critical for the growth of our kids. We cannot expect every kid to kind of stay at home till about 25 and suddenly go to the workplace. It doesn't work that way. You need to kind of ease that, and universities do that wonderfully.
Should our viewers want to find out more information about Rowan University, where would you direct them?
Well, rowan.edu, or you can go and just Google Rowan. In fact, better way, you can just Google Houshmand hazardous hot sauce. And not only do you get to all of my hot sauce that we sell for raising money for needy students, but also you get to Rowan webpage too. And this
I've heard about that hot sauce. I heard it's very spicy.
It is very spicy, yes, and it can get you. And well, there are 3 layers of them, levels, but the lower level of heat is handleable. The top one is top.
Tell our viewers where the proceeds to your the sales for this hot sauce go.
Every penny of it goes to students who have got emergency need. If a kid comes and says, my father just lost job and I need $2,000, otherwise I have to drop school. If they show me document, we give them $2,000. That's really what it is. It's being used, every penny of it. In fact, even the cost of production is covered through other means. So this is purely dollar to dollar goes to students.
That's beautiful indeed. Well, thank you so much. That was Dr. Ali Houshmand, the president of Rowan University. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to watch more insights like this. You've been watching Invest Insights. My name is Abby Melone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abby. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Bye-bye.